Just try and help the coaches out, set an example every day. It's good to be a captain on this team. Obviously, I got Brandon and Moisey helping me out here, and couldn't ask for better help. I've seen how our past captains operated, and I took a lot from that, just a little bit from each one of them. And just watching those guys, I've seen captains be successful and unsuccessful in certain things. And I think with such a big class of seniors, you just kind of got to let it play out. You got to work hard every day, set an example, and take it from there. Step in when you need to intervene. But I mean, a lot of our guys are older too, so a lot of us are men now, so they can handle a lot of stuff on their own. Obviously this year it's going to be huge, but also for the future it's going to be big too. I'm a redshirt senior, so our senior class went through that period when they were 2-12-2. I think they learned a lot from that, and just from that alone, I mean, it was a huge down, right? And we kind of picked it up after that. Just that experience alone, you kind of realize that you can't take anything for granted. You got to show up every day, and once we started doing that, I think it's kind of picked up from, I think we learned from that and showed it last year. And then any advice for the freshmen, obviously, we've been through a lot, and it's easy to give advice that way.
Working with the same goal of just getting better for this season, and those are good opportunities to better myself. I think as far as offense goes, I need to bring the same game that I've played, maybe get to the net more, maybe do more of what I do. I think that over the years I've become more comfortable with the puck in the offensive zone and making the right plays, and I think that'll help this year. I think it's going to be the same as it's always been, to be a big physical forward, be sound in the defensive zone, and then move the puck out and hope for the best when we get in the offensive zone.
It's nice to have a big group of guys back there. We got 6 returning guys that all played a lot of games. We've all been in big situations. We've won before. We've lost together. We've been in slumps, and we've been on highs together as well. But I mean, we're a tight group. We help each other out all the time. We're confident back there, and we're just going to do our best this year to shut teams down and break the puck out as easily as we can and contribute on the offense as well.
Just to add to that, Morsey, Chase, and myself all have over 100 games played in this league, so that adds a lot of experience as well. And a lot of times we've all played together, whether it's 5-on-5, penalty kill, power play. So we all got chemistry built for this year, which helps a lot too.
We like to communicate back there, so no matter who's in the net, they all communicate with us in their own way. But we're used to that with Dalton, Shafer rotating last year. We got used to that. They're both elite goaltenders, as long as with Pickle. So I mean, it doesn't matter who's in the net. We're going to play the same in front of them, and they're going to play the same behind us. So it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, obviously the last 3 years, freshman year is one thing, and then sophomore and junior year, obviously we had Scott Jacklin and Cody Wido as our, perennial scorers. So obviously there's a lot of scoring that left, and obviously it's not just by one person, but it's by committee. We all need to, step in and score more goals, but also just be more offensive and make plays all over the ice. And that's something that I looked at this summer, just working a lot of things that I knew I had to work on, knowing the fact that it was going to be my time to start scoring more and be more offensive and produce more. I definitely, obviously we started building a lot of chemistry last year, and just knowing the fact that playing with the same guys, like, it's pretty much instant chemistry right away. And it's nice to step back in and feel comfortable right away instead of trying to acclimatize yourself with new line mates.
It motivates us. I mean, that one stung a lot. It was one of those games where you couldn't buy a goal. Went into overtime, anything could happen. So it definitely motivates you coming into this year. I mean, we've been pushing since the day we've gotten back. I mean, we got hooked up with Jeremy. We're ready to go. It's definitely going to push us to win another championship this year. It shows that anything can happen. When it comes to playoffs, it's a one-game knockout. So, you have to show up every night. Our sophomore year, we were 2-12 at Christmas, and then we ended up winning the whole thing and going to the NCAA tournament. So, anything can happen. You got to show up every night, and especially in playoffs, you have to come to play.
We have 3 really good goalies on the roster, and we're lucky to have that. And there's a lot of good goalies in this league. So, mentally, you just have to come to the rink every day and put your best foot forward and do the best you can. I'm sure Dalton would love to play every game. I'd love to play every game, and I'm sure Pickle would love to play every game too. But we've got a great crowd of goalies, and all you can do is just show up and do your best every day and be ready when you get the call. kind of speaks to the relationship that we have right now as a goalie trio. You know, we're definitely a tight-knit group. We all get along really well. And, you know, when you got three guys pulling the rope in the same direction rather than, you know, everybody kind of pulling in their own direction, it runs a lot smoother for us. And, you know, those two guys are always watching me, helping me as best they can, and I'm trying to do the same for them. So, you know, just having a great relationship with them, I think, is what makes it run so smoothly.